Welcome, Capricorn, to your love reading for January 2019, and I wish you a happy new year, all right, and happy birthday as well. Hope that you have a great month and a great year to come. All right, so let's check into what's going on with you. A 10-card Celtic crossword for Capricorn and love. See what's going on with you. So hit everything. I just kind of sorry. Capricorn and love for January 2019. So your mind, person coming towards you, your response. How might your partner be viewing you, or others might be viewing you, advice, and then the outcome. All right, Capricorn, love, January 2019. Okay. So we have the Ace of Cups. This is often emotional growth, happiness that's there, the need to tap into that, an opportunity to get closer to somebody. So love, you might be feeling this, and it depends on, see how this might unfold. And then we have, it looks like an energy of yeah, there's a potential to connect with somebody. Yeah, you might be in love with someone, but is it the best for you right now? I feel the Wheel of Fortune in reverse is often a choice. We all have free will. The universe is usually trying to guide you to a particular person or destination at times, but not until we do things in the right way, make some changes within self-love, you know, changing our, well, healing our hearts and releasing somebody so that we can be open to new love. So wherever you may have been around, or whatever situation that you may have been in, there's some things where you may have kind of, you could have done someone wrong, and then the other person, they could have done you wrong, but it's up to you to reevaluate which side of the coin that you might be on and what changes you need to make. All right, and we need to have fun. So the sun is coming out, and this is like a, at the base of everything. Why this reading is going to be important for you is because you need to give off more of this kind of energy instead of, so you can manifest love, you can manifest the person that you want in your life, but there takes it's going to take a big risk for you to kind of step outside your comfort zone. Usually you'll see this energy, you might see the 8 of Pentacles, or you might see the 10 of Pentacles, you might see something of your element, of that 10th house of career, trying to be established. But your partner or a person that you might be around, they might see that, hey, yeah, you got that, you know, you can manage certain things, you can kind of come off with, you know, being responsible, but can you have fun? Can you enjoy yourself, or can this relationship be healthy by finding a balance between both at times? So this is something that's very good, and I feel like you'll have a lot of opportunities to have a lot of fun with the sun being in Capricorn, but this still is an indication of you focusing on your own emotional self, and also yourself, period, because of that first house being there. All right, and other people is going to be around as well, but some of you might be dealing with the water signs, and you have a Leo showing up too. So the recent past, that's why I feel like you're coming in to an energy of loving yourself right now. Just making sure that you can reassure you, because if you rely on someone else, you might be disappointed just like you was in the recent past. So maybe throughout the weekend or New Year's Eve, if something went wrong, you know, you didn't get the phone call that you wanted, you weren't able to hang out with the person that you really wanted to, or anyone close or significant for that matter. So there may have been some issues there. Even with friendships, they may not have been all that comforting, or you could have felt left out, or something like that could have been going on. But the Page of Wands is in reverse, so issue with delays in communication, but not really feeling all that confident and playful either. So as you come into the month, it tells you what can you do to change these things. All right, now what's on your mind? Justice. So sometimes you might even feel like you're under some kind of like somebody is out to get you, that you just don't have good things coming in your life, that you got bad karma coming out for yourself. Some of you may be having to kind of sift through some energies of things that you've done in the past and trying to fix these things so that you can manifest newer things in your life. But these are things where if you are dealing with legal matters, if you are trying to figure out, that's a delay for some of you. If you're trying to end some things on legal front and not come into the year with any of that baggage, it's telling you to kind of be patient with yourself, do right by you, and try to be fair and be honest. And that's what I feel like might be on your mind, thinking about how to make changes to do better by yourself and even other people that you might be dealing with. So you have 3 major arcana showing up, and then you got an ace. So some of you might be dealing with a Libra, and then person coming towards you, they may have financial issues. For many of you, it will be a lot of the people that you're dealing with. So spending a lot of money, sometimes even taken from you at times, or even if you're giving to them, they're not really doing what they need to do with the money that they're asking for, or the money that they're making. They're being a bit irresponsible sometimes, and some of them might not be all that much. It's just that they're doing a lot of stuff and they're taking on a lot of different things, so they might not be able to kind of give you what you want. So because they're juggling so many different things and trying to be this person, be the person that you might want them to be, they might not be able to be it that much, so there might need to be a compromise at times. So depends on your expectations of that particular person. All right, your response, it seems like you want to reach out to whoever it might be. I feel like a lot of you might try to communicate with another person. You might be trying to get someone to come around, but it's telling you that, yeah, you might love someone, but still reach out to them, but allow that person to kind of come back to you. Equal give and take, equal exchange kind of thing, where it's mutually there and you're not the one that's kind of doing it all the time. All right, so another person showing up. Now, how your partner or love interest or family, others might be seeing you, to see that you might be working and trying to reestablish something around the home. Maybe you moved, maybe you relocated, maybe you're doing something that did take a lot of effort, and you kind of, now you're trying to rebuild your self-esteem, and even when it comes to money. All right, now what might be the advice, and this is telling you to focus on your own happiness. If you're in a relationship or a marriage that's not the best, it tells you not to fake the funk. Try to be honest with your partner, let them know what's going on, talk to them about certain things, even if the topics might be sensitive. You can't really get here to something that's really complete and whole until you're feeling that way, or until you feel like you have the space enough to kind of bring up something and them not get be so sensitive about it, or kind of reject you or not communicate. If that's happening, this is not the relationship for you. You know, it shouldn't be like that. So try to have a bit more fun around the home environment. Do the best that you can to kind of create a homely type of atmosphere, even with you and then with another person. And then we have the outcome of how you might respond. Your efforts, if they're not working out in a way that you want to, you might lose your cool. All right, you might be dealing with a Sagittarius for some, who makes you feel this way. They bring out that side of you at times, but often it's the tension is there. You got a few major arcana showing up, so I feel like you got to just be patient with yourself and whoever you might be dealing with, because it could cause you to kind of just spiral out of control. So let's see, the and that person might be, you know, they could be getting you riled up because of things that they're doing, and they're just not making changes, or they could be letting you know about changes that you need to make and you're not making them, depending on what that might be for you. And that could cause you to get annoyed because maybe sometimes they don't speak out, or they don't really say what they need to say, but now that they are, that could really sting a little bit. So let's see, the person coming towards you, I'm gonna check that one more time. Right, I'm gonna put these cards out for Capricorn. Yeah, they're stressed. The 9, well, I said the 9, the Hermit is coming out, which is 9, and it could be a Pisces or Virgo for some, but that is trying to figure out ways to fix some issues, making a decision whether or not this is working out for you and them. Let's see, one more person coming towards you. Beyond the money issues, let's see, a person coming towards you for Capricorn. Whoa. Yeah, they are not, see, I feel like they got some things going on with them. Some of you, I don't want to tell you that you are being used. You might feel that way. That might be a reality for some of you out there. But others of you are dealing with somebody who's not being quite honest, because they could be dealing with somebody else and causing them to be in some financial deprivation, because they might be taking care of a child or giving to someone and also getting from you at the same time, and there's might be some communication going on about it. And when the tower is coming through like that, that's a red flag that's telling you something is not quite right. right? And that's why the Wheel of Fortune, I feel, was in reverse as well, which is meaning that some changes need to happen with this connection. You need to kind of realize something before it gets out of control, and then you lose your temper and lose your cool, and then you get into this confrontation that you don't really need to be into if you handle it in the right way and let that person move on, I feel. So let's see, we're going to look into the energy from the romance angels for Capricorn. And then we have past life relationship. You have known each other before. Who had that? Sagittarius had that, I think. They did. Usually when we know somebody, we feel it. Personally, we feel like when we look them in our eyes, or certain things that we go through over and over with them, maybe even for years and years, and you wonder, why are you still going through the same stuff with this person when you said you was going to end it last year or the last time it happened, and you continue to do it? But because love is there, but it might not be a current love, it might be a past love situation from a different lifetime, but you feel like you, in this life, you might feel like you need to fix it or something, and it might go deeper than on the surface than, you know, what you feel and realize right now. So that might be something that's going on. All right, so one more card for Capricorn. Then we have release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. All right, so that's very clear for a lot of you out there. I feel like there might be new love, and sometimes a next partner could come back and they might be asking you for something, and you might, you know, give them the favor, but then it causes you to and then what I see on like a birthday or something, they might give you something. It doesn't matter what you give to somebody on their birthday. They're not, you know, obligated to get you anything, but it's a energy of maybe getting something that's not really, you know, cheap, or something less expensive, and kind of getting it to you so that they can, so that you can feel good, and then they feel like they're back in your life, and then everything is okay when it's not that way. So be careful about mind games and kind of being around somebody or not moving on from someone because it might be hard to, or you have a fear of doing so right now because you don't feel like you can manifest something better for yourself. So just keep these things in mind. All right, so that's going to be your reading for the month. Lots of love to you, lots of light. I do wish you another happy birthday, and do enjoy. All right, have a good one.